We're joined now by former Republican Congresswoman Barbara Comstock of Virginia. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good to be with you.
So after the insurrection, you tried to convince your fellow Republicans to support a January 6th commission on behalf of the mother of deceased Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick. Walk us through why you decided to take up this cause and work alongside with Sicknick's grieving family.
Well, I had been on the House Administration Committee that works with the Capitol Police, as well as having been a staffer for 10 years myself, and the Capitol Police were always there helping me. And many of them lived in my district, so that was an easy thing to do, and I believed it was very important. One of my previous jobs was I was chief counsel of the largest investigative committee in Congress during the Clinton years, and I knew, with issues and, situations like this, you need to get to the bottom of it and get the public record out. So I strongly supported having an independent commission, but I am very impressed and pleased with the January 6th committee and what they're doing, because ultimately, no matter who's doing the subpoenas and the information themselves, the texts, the documents, the records that we're seeing come out, they speak for themselves. And that timeline will be clear as that comes out. So it really, at the end of the day, doesn't matter what type of committee or who does the subpoenas. It's the information that we know exists. And what we're seeing now is what we saw on January 6th. We all knew who was responsible. That's why Kevin McCarthy, Donald Trump Jr. was calling his father to say, do something, it's gone too far. They all knew he was responsible, but now the record is being compiled. And those officers will be, they deserve that.
As you're well aware, January 6th has, of course, become this flashpoint in our country, and we've mentioned only 2 Republicans showed up for the commemoration today. What message do you feel that absence sends to the officers who were injured that day and to the grieving families of the officer who died?
Well, I know my friend Adam Kinzinger would have liked to have been there. He was on TV today talking to that. He's also on Baby Watch, so he wasn't able to be there. But yes, it is disappointing. And it does send, I think, a sad message. But let me point out, there was virtually nobody there defending Donald Trump and his absurd claims. And the press release that he put out today, you didn't see anyone but the most nutty of conspiracy theorists, I guess, was Marjorie Greene and Matt Gaetz, who in any way defended Donald Trump. So I think he is a diminished and continuing to be diminished man and figure in the party. I'm here in Virginia, where we already turned the page and nominated and elected somebody who did not go and bend the knee at Mar-a-Lago, who is his own man. And I think you will see the leaders of the party in the future will be, or certainly the presidential candidate or a future Republican president, will be people who don't bend the knee at Mar-a-Lago and humiliate themselves.
And just a few seconds left, but an ABC News poll found that 1 in 4 Americans believes that people who stormed the Capitol were actually protecting democracy, not attacking it. How do you make sense of that? And is the Republican leadership to blame for that thinking?
Well, certainly they are in part to blame. And I think it's because leaders haven't stood up and said, like Adam and Liz have, Mitt Romney, Lisa Murkowski have said, this is lies. You have to tell, when you don't tell people it's lies, unfortunately, people are believing what they're being fed and what they're hearing. So it's up to leaders to lead and tell them that. And I do think ultimately the truth will come out, and these people who are not leading and who are too timid and afraid of Donald Trump are going to, history will not treat them kindly.
Barbara Comstock, we thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.